Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a close-up look at the Nike Air Max 90. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a pair of Nike Air Max 90 shoes, and this pair is in the men's UK size 9, US 10, Europe 44, Brazil 42, 28 cm, and it's also in a women's US size 11.5, and this pair is in the dark smoke grey, black, white, clear Jade II colourway. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by lifting up the box lid, and let's peel back the wrapping or packing paper to reveal the Nike Air Max 90 in the dark smoke grey, black, white, clear Jade II colourway. Let's lift up the left shoe first and focus in on its details. So just setting the box back on the left hand side of the tabletop as we take a close-up look at the shoe. And let's do a 360 rotation so you have that full and initial look of the shoe. And now let's take a closer in look at its details so we can see the overall kind of black and dark grey or anthracite colorway of the shoe. And with the upper, we can see the perforations on the leather vamp or toe box area with the very fine perforations or holes. And on the middle layer we can see the dark grey suede and its texture right there with that fine nap. And for the mudguard we can see that low sheen gloss and graining of the leather, and we can see the matching black stitching on it as well, and with the midsole in a matte black. So as we move towards the mid foot area of the shoe, you can see that very bright teal or turquoise Nike swoosh with matching stitching, and in the cutout at the mudguard we can see the Amex branding with the same colour, which is the clear Jade II, and we can see some herringbone pattern for that fabric within the cutout. And with the heel part of the shoe we can see with the airbag or Nike Air Max cushioning bubble, that matching clear Jade II colour inside of it. And of course we can see right through across to the other side of the shoe. So I'm giving you a look at the colours making up the upper of the shoe and their various textures and finishes. And now taking a look towards the back part or heel of the shoe, once again we see the clear Jade II Nike Air branding with the swoosh for the TPU back tab or heel tab, and those black details towards the heel area. And moving back towards the inner side of the shoe, you can see once again the Amex details and that herringbone like pattern for that synthetic or fabric layer within the cutout. And of course we can once again see that airbag detail with the clear Jade II or teal colour in that airbag structure. And moving back towards the front, of course there is those TPU details in that dark smoke grey finish. And giving you a sense of how light plays against the various surfaces and textures. Now taking a look directly from the tip front or toe of the shoe, and moving slowly towards the back. So you can see the details along the length of the shoe. So with the top-down look, we can see square Nike and blacked out MX details there, right below the Nike swoosh branding in clear Jade II. And giving you a sense of the tongue, so the tongue is rather puffy and light in padding, but very thick, as you can see, with its puffiness. Let's flip the laces out so we can have a better look around the inside details of the shoe. And of course, let's pop out the paper stuffing that's in there as well. So giving you a look around the ankle and heel collar with that more or less even padding right throughout, but it seems slightly thicker on the outer side than it is on the inner side of the ankle area. And taking a look at the back of the tongue, giving you a look at the label behind it, and of course the texture as well with the lining on the inside details of the shoe, and we can see the materials label or composition sticker on the sock liner or insole. And with the insole we can see there is that kind of neon 80s style design to it. That MX90 detail. Okay, and now giving you a look at the tips of the laces as well, with some accent details with it, AM90 and swoosh branding on them in that clear Jade II on black. And now taking a look at the bottom of the shoe or sole of the shoe, we can see it is black throughout. The waffle sole, and giving you a sense of that low sheen finish of the sole. And of course the Nike branding around the midfoot or arch area. And to give you some sense of its texture or surface, just dragging my finger along its surface and tapping with my fingernail. And now let's do a flexibility, bend and twist test with my hands to give you some sense of the shoe's firmness, stiffness or pliability or softness. And just popping the shoe back in shape. And now let's take a look at the right shoe, so setting the left shoe down and in the background as we bring the box back in frame. And pop out the right shoe. And once again, just closing the box back down and setting it back on the left hand side of the tabletop and giving you a look at the right shoe of this Nike MX90 in the dark smoke grey, black, white, clear Jade II colourway. And let's do a 360 rotation with the side as well, so you have that full and clear initial look. And now taking a much closer in look at its details. So once again we see the dark smoke grey leather details and suede as well with that middle layer, and with the mudguard in black with that low sheen finish on the leather panels. And of course with those accented Nike details with the swoosh in clear Jade II, as well as the MX in the cutout, in the mudguard, as well as the bubble interior of the airbag, and of course with the heel tab or back tab as well. So giving you an overall look at those details of this Nike MX90, and of course top down as well. You can see once again the Nike Air branding on the tongue patch with the MX details black on black. And of course this time we can see the sock liner or insole a little bit more clearly without the composition sticker or materials label in the way. And there we go, that white and clear Jade II kind of neon style vintage or 80s styling on the sock liner. And on the back of the tongue as well, so once again giving you a look at the details and the label on this side of the shoe. And let's pop out the paper stuffing on this side as well, just to see what else, if anything, we can take a look at. But nonetheless, giving you a look right there at the dark lining of the Nike MX90 in this dark smoke grey, black, white, clear Jade II colourway. Of course with the sole, once again we see the waffle sole in black. Now let's take a look at the pair together side by side. And from the front to the back. Directly from the back. And the bottoms or soles of the shoes. So that's Nike MX90. Thanks for watching and happy walking!